Okay guys, just did a quick little overview of my Friday the 13th collection, which has been requested by a couple of people, so I'm basically killing two birds with one stone with this video. Yeah, the main point of this video was to talk about my the 12 Friday the 13th movies from yeah, worst to best. So we're going to start at my number 12 and work my way down to my all-time favourite Friday the 13th movie. Quite a few people have been doing these videos lately, and I definitely wanted to get involved. Friday the 13th is a great series and my second favourite slasher series of all time. So yeah, let's get started. So we'll start with number 12, which is my least favourite, which is Jason Goes to Hell. Yeah, didn't really enjoy this one much at all, really. So it sits at number 12. Next up we have Jason X, or Jason in Space. I do enjoy my sci-fi, and while this movie was fairly under par and not the greatest at all, especially compared to the original series, I did sort of enjoy the space aspect to it. And there were some pretty awesome kills as well. Next up we have Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Yeah, I agree about this movie to a lot of people. I mean, most of the movie spent on the boat, not much time is spent in Manhattan. And it's not even actually Manhattan. The movie was filmed in Canada. But you know, there were some pretty awesome characters and some pretty nice deaths as well. Next up we have Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. It was okay, but I didn't really like the heroine in this one with all like the telekinesis powers and stuff, but yeah, not too bad. Okay, you're probably noticing a pattern that I am pretty much going in order. That is about to change now. The next one is Friday the 13th, the remake. When I first saw this movie I thought it was absolutely fantastic. But after rewatching it a couple of times, yeah, I still like it, but I'm not as much of a fan as the first time I saw it. But in terms of a modern remake for a franchise, it is pretty good. I really enjoyed how they sort of combined parts 1, 2 and 3 and kind of part 4 together. There were a lot of great scenes that I enjoyed in this one, like the barn scene where Jason came across the hockey mask. That was awesome, and the beginning of it was pretty cool too. Kill wise, it is definitely a downfall, especially compared to the original series. The deaths don't even come close. Some of the characters annoy me, and the sort of like focus on drinking and drugging and the whole party aspect of the movie I don't care too much for either. And I've lost count. But the next one is Freddy vs. Jason. Yeah, you can sort of classify this as more of a Freddy Krueger movie, but you know, I do classify it as a Jason film, so had to include it, and everyone else has anyway. This is just a ton of fun. It's nothing to take too seriously, but I definitely enjoy it. I mean, you've got two great icons of horror up against each other, and in my opinion, Jason definitely owns Freddy in this one. Okay, my sixth least favourite, I've remembered the count now, is Friday the 13th, Part 5. Kill wise, there are some fantastic kills in this one, but I didn't really care too much for a lot of the characters in this one. And of course, again, like a lot of other people, Jason isn't the killer, it's Roy. I guess that's kind of an interesting switch up on it, but yeah, I didn't really care too much for it. Okay, now we're on to my top 5, which are pretty stock standard in my opinion to a lot of other fans, but the order is fairly interesting. So my 5th least favourite is Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, which it turned out it was far from being the final chapter. This is one that I definitely think I need to watch a lot more than I have. Yeah, this one doesn't get viewed too much from me compared to the rest that are in my top 5. I think it definitely will grow on me, but yeah, I'm not an overly big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of most of the characters. I mean, Jason was awesome in this one, and of course I loved Tommy Jarvis. He was a great character, but yeah, Part 4 sits at number 5. Okay, number 4 goes to Friday the 13th, the original. Probably in terms of the overall storyline and character development and stuff, this one kind of is the best in the series. I mean, you've got that awesome twist ending where you don't know who the killer is, but I mean, we all know who the killer is now. But that was really, really effective. Some fantastic kills, especially for the time it came out, and some awesome characters as well. Okay, my top 3. These are definitely the movies in the series that I watch over and over. Definitely my 3 favourites, obviously, and yeah, they're just fantastic movies. So sitting at number 3 goes to Friday the 13th Part 2. This was a tricky top 3 because all of these movies kind of sit par on par with each other. In terms of the overall heroine, Ginny in this one, played by Amy Steele, is definitely my favourite in the entire series. However, the Jason in this one isn't my particular favourite. But you know, fantastic movie, great ending with the whole Pamela Shrine thing, and yeah, just really, really good. Sitting at number 2 goes to Friday the 13th Part 3. This one has my favourite Jason and one of my favourite endings and favourite climatic battles as well, when Jason gets the axe to the head and jumps back up. I've got the figurine of that. This one by far has my favourite Jason, and probably, in my opinion, it's sort of got the most sort of hardcore traditional slasher elements in the whole entire series, especially kill wise. The kills in this are some of the best, and yeah, just fantastic. What can I say? Love it. Next up we have, for the final one, my all-time favourite in the series is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Love, love, love this movie. It's just fantastic. I love how they bring Jason back from the grave, and out of the whole entire series, to me this one has the best sort of 80s vibe to it. Jason is so brutal in this one. You know, he just doesn't care at all. He's really, really badass. There's some fantastic deaths, some great characters, great music, and definitely my second favourite Jason in the whole entire series. So yep, Friday the 13th Part 6 is definitely my favourite. So that's it for this video. Guys, if you haven't already uploaded videos talking about your best to worst, worst to best of the 12 Friday the 13th or Jason movies, definitely do so. There's been some great responses and videos done already, and some pretty interesting choices as well. So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching.